pioneering. How are you different? Now, the first thing to do is think about how your business and your products are different from everything else on the market. But you don't need to necessarily have something about your product or business that no one else is doing. It doesn't have to be something that's never been seen on this planet before. In many cases, all you need to do is find something interesting about your product or business that your competitors aren't using as a unique selling proposition. In other words, you promoting this point is what's unique, though the point itself may not be unique. Now, let me give you an example. Folgers Coffee separates themselves from their competitors with the selling point that their coffee is mountain grown. But here's the thing, most coffee is mountain grown. As such, that means most of Folger's competitors are also using coffee beans grown in the mountains. It's just that no one else had ever mentioned or at least emphasized this fact in their marketing before. Now, another example, United Airlines had a long-running slogan, Fly the Friendly Skies. Now, this unique selling point suggests that flying with United is a pleasure and that you will get good customer service. But does that mean every other airline on the planet doesn't strive to create a great flying experience for its passengers? Does this mean all other airlines have surly flight attendants that will ruin a passenger's day? Of course not. Now, most businesses know how important it is to provide a good customer experience. But the thing is, United knows that air travel can be stressful due to delays, short connections, and so on. As such, they grabbed the good customer experience mantle and ran it with it to great success. So the point is, you end up setting yourself apart doesn't necessarily need to be something that your competitors aren't doing. If you truly have a unique component to your business, that's awesome. But if not, then look for something in your products and business that your competitors aren't mentioning, which in turn you can use to set yourself apart. So, with that in mind, let's brainstorm potential unique selling points. First, is my product created in an unusual way? So the Folgers coffee example that I've mentioned is an example of creating a USP out of the way the product is made. Now another similar example is Coors beer, which touts being brewed with pure Rocky Mountain spring water. Now if you're selling information products, then you won't have ingredients or methods like that to set yourself apart. However, there are still ways to do it. So for example, let's suppose you have a product that was jointly created by some of the top experts in your niche. And this might be a webinar, a video course, or even a report or ebook where each expert contributed something. You can then tout how the product was created by an entire team of the top experts in the niche. Another example, let's suppose your product is an in-depth case study. Instead of merely providing step-by-step information, you can set the product apart by claiming it's like looking over an expert's shoulder. Up next, do I have a background or credentials that make me uniquely qualified to offer this product? Now, your next step is to figure out what makes you different than your competitors. So, for example, do you hold any certifications or degrees in your field? How long have you worked in your field? And did you work professionally in the niche? So, for example, if you are in a health niche, did you previously work in the medical field? Or have you received any industry accolades or awards? So for example, if you teach people how to become better writers, have you won any reputable awards for your own writing? Have you created results for yourself and have you created results for others? And how many? Do you have any endorsements from other well-known experts? Up next, is my product or business the first in some category? Again, you don't need to be the only one doing something in your niche. Instead, you might be able to set yourself apart by claiming to be the first to do something. You might even drill down further and claim to be the first type or person to do, or the first person in a specific location to do it. So let's suppose you teach personal trainers how to get better results for their clients. And let's suppose your methods rely heavily on some other field, aside from the typical nutrition and exercise science. For example, maybe you developed a strategy based on psychology to help people stick with their diet. You might then be able to tout yourself as the first to use this kind of technique to create fantastic results for clients. Now, another example. Maybe you are the first of a certain group to work in a subset of your niche. And this might be the first doctor, first Australian, first teenager, first octogenarian, first whatever. So do some brainstorming to fill in the blank. And don't worry about whether it's relevant now. Just create as big of a brainstorm list as possible. Now up next, have I pioneered any new strategies for this product? An example of this is anyone who's developed a formula such as the ADA copywriting formula, or even a new name or twist on an old concept. While people may be teaching the same sort of information, you'll be set apart if you have a new name for it. In what other ways is the product different? Now, here, you just list everything else you can think of that makes your product different from everyone else's product. You may do some research to help you spot the differences. Is my guarantee unusual in any way? For example, maybe most people in your niche offer a 90-day guarantee, but you offer a year or even a lifetime unconditional guarantee. Or you might offer a double your money back conditional guarantee. Up next, how is my pricing different? Now, this includes both lower and higher pricing. You might also set yourself apart by using payment plans. Now, how is my customer service different? So, for example, do you offer phone support while your competition offers online help only? Do you offer 24/7 support? Or do you do things like offer free installation and support for software? Now go ahead and brainstorm all the ways your product and other facets of your business could be positioned in the market. Then move on to the next component of the process.